Hey, so I wanted to make this video to have a topic about overweightness and obesity. Now, I have my YouTube on this person right here. I love her YouTube channel and stuff like that. It's not just about like obesity and overweightness, it's her talking about how she used to have an eating disorder, how she's basically making herself food and working out and going through her daily life for her husband, trying to fix her previous eating disorder so that it can never occur again. And then her talking about the comments she normally gets, which are ugly as fuck, about her weight, about them thinking that she's deceiving them, being like, oh, she don't actually eat with all these vegetables. She be eating like 10 Big Macs a day. And I'll be like, bro, that's just awful. Y'all terrible, bro. Like, some people are terrible. Not y'all, not the ones I'm talking to that's watching this video, but just people in general are just trash, bro. But yes, that's the thing. I wanted to talk about it. I'm also gonna go on Twitter. This is gonna be a Twitter Chronicles, this one. I'm gonna just see if there are topics of obesity and overweightness on there. Because I made a video, like, 3 years ago when I was actually overweight. I'm actually overweight now, but I was even more so back in the day. See, I'm gonna go on Twitter and see about it. This is just to give you an idea of how horrific people's opinions can be, especially when they never went through the struggle of being that overweight, or just like, not having the food knowledge, not having the nutrition knowledge, not even food, the nutritional knowledge that we sure as hell needed in school. I'm just saying, there's not enough classes in school, there's not enough classes outside of school, like, from our parents, because they themselves don't know either about nutritional health or growth. They were never taught that either. So it's like, people can't relate. As you get older, yes, there's less excuses for like being overweight, of course, like that. But if you've been like that your whole life, it's gonna be hard trying to see yourself as something different, especially when it's just like, yeah, you're giving up. You've already heard enough comments and stuff like that about being overweight and all that shit like that. It's just like, damn, at this point, will I ever be anything different? And of course you will. Of course you will. Just these people saying stupid shit. Some people think that motivation equates to them repeatedly downing you and giving you negative ass comments, and it does not. Not everybody is motivated by people making fun of them. It's stupid as hell when you would have, like, even certain friends, bro. They would just have certain comments you never heard before, where it's just like, they mention how you eat or your weight when they've never mentioned it before, and it's just like, have you always thought about this? You just held it in. It's kind of like that, like, and them themselves are not even the right weight they're supposed to be at. So it's just like, all that. I'm sorry, that was a little bit of a rant. But yeah, I'm trying not to stutter as much as my other videos. I tend to stutter live. I'm not even gonna be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. This comment says, deplatforming Lizzo would be already half the battle on America's obesity epidemic. Damn, okay, so damn, they're basically saying, like, let's just stop promoting Lizzo and stuff like that so America can start becoming quote unquote thinner. They're saying, another comment said, I am oppressed for being fat phobic. And this one says, obviously, before Lizzo, America was getting thinner. I don't know if they're joking. It feels like they're being sarcastic. I don't know. But if they're not being sarcastic, I want to be honest with you. America has been fat for a long ass time, if I'll be honest with you. You act like Lizzo coming into the scene is what made it fatter. If I'm being honest with you, soda exists, chips, snacks exist and stuff like that. The little Debbie snacks and stuff like that, those have existed for years. And if you check how many ingredients there are in them, I understand why some kids are fat as hell. Like, I understand why some kids just, fat. And even if they don't look the part, you think you're healthy and you're not. That's the issue of it is that just eating. I feel like nutritional health should be pushed even more, because even if, like, you look like you're the average person, or you look like this and stuff like that, realistically speaking, you could look that way and not work out often at all. Like, let's say once a week you work out, you eat garbagely, you eat fast food, all that stuff, but you don't look like you do all that stuff. you're not healthy. That's the thing that should be focused on. It should be focused on health. And then you'll get down in weight. If you just genuinely eat better, you feel better. That's how a lot of us get fat. Like, it's not even just eating, it's just activity stuff too. But that's the thing. I don't think Lizzo was America's obesity issue. She did not. Like, did she give more bigger people the confidence to come out and stuff like that? Like, yeah, but I don't think her intention was to make a movement where not only being bigger is okay because of the unhealthy factor. I think she did that so that, you don't feel like shit every time you walk out in public and stuff like that. Like, I think it was for appearances, not actual health. Like, in my opinion, I don't follow Lizzo as much, so I don't honestly know that much. But I feel like she just meant, like, it's okay to appear bigger. It's, like, not, like, oh, it's okay to, like, be unhealthy and eat trash all the fucking time. Like, I don't think that was her message. Like, what? It's weird that people would think that's her message. Yes, this entire comment, oh my gosh, I circled it wrong, would be correct. Okay, I'm gonna read it, even though y'all could probably read the screen, but some of y'all probably just listening to this video and stuff like that. I do the same thing. I don't be looking at the screen sometimes because I be busy. Anyway, I'm gonna read it. This comment says, obesity kills 2.8 million per year. Heart disease kills 17.9 million per year. Diabetes kills 1.5 million per year. And if governments really cared about your health, they would have banned fast food, refined sugars, and industrialized seed oils long ago. But they didn't. Like, bro, hold on, wait. I gotta pause this video because I'm about to get hyped. Hold on. Bro, like, no. Bro, no. Because the amount of facts that were spit into this one tweet, astronomical. I love it. I'm in love. I'm actually in love. Thank you, person, for making this. Because, yes, 100% correct on everything. Sorry, I'm, like, stuttering and shit with this one. I was trying to pause my game. Yes, 100%. We cannot blame celebrities for this shit. Yes, they're influencers. Yes, whether it's intentional or not, they can influence the youth. They're influencers. Most of their fans do be young as hell, if I'm gonna be honest with you. However, they're not telling you to go out to the store to get a soda or to get a bag of chips or to go to, like, Popeyes to get your chicken plate and shit. Like, they're not telling you to do all that shit. Not every celebrity, at least. Like, that's the thing is, it's the government is who sells the foods, From a young age, we all witness these advertisements where they show the snacks, where they show the soda, fast food. We all witness this. It makes us hungry. It makes us want that good food they showing in that advertisement. Stop blaming these celebrities and some shit like that. To be honest with you, it's not that hard to avoid some of these celebrities, if I'm gonna be honest with you. If they are giving you that message to go and do, like, these horrible habits of eating terrible food and stuff like that, we can avoid them, but one thing that it gets harder to avoid is the advertisements of these bad foods. We see it from a young age. If you're just around the television, you will see it. You will see some ads about fast food or some of these other things. We can't blame obesity on one individual or a group of individuals who are all just so happen to be overweight. We got to blame it on the ones who are selling the food to us, man. Quote unquote food, selling the junk food. Like, bro, we can't just be blaming individuals. Like, I can't. Because the government is not just an individual. It's not just a group. It's a whole bunch of people. It's a whole bunch of corporations. It's everything. It is damn near everything. I'm gonna show y'all a thing real quick. So I put in obesity, right? Why is there a second comment about Lizzo? I did not put in Lizzo and obesity. She is not the only overweight celebrity. Like, what? Like, I guess she's like the most popular overweight celebrity as of right now, but she's not the only one. What? Anyway, they said, I don't really care all that much about Lizzo or even about flutes. However, I do care about people continually promoting a culture of degeneracy and irreverence, as well as gaslighting everyone about morbid obesity and making any opposition to any of that about race. Yeah, this whole thing, oh Lord. Let's go into it more. Amen. I call Lizzo fat and people call me racist. What does that mean? No, I feel like shit for laughing. No, because that's the stupidest logic ever. I called her fat and they called me racist. What the hell does that have to do with you calling her fat? No, because that's bad. I was like, since when is fatness a component of one's race? No, because like, yeah. Facts are racist, and so are you for stating them. Like, I can't. What does Lizzo being a black American woman have to do with her being fat? Like, you know, like, that's the thing. Like, what does that have to do? Those two does not correlate. They do not correlate at all. What? Fatness does not equate to blackness. And neither in that reverse pattern, blackness does not relate to fatness. But George Floyd and Lizzo, this is what they hold for examples. Agreed. Even Madison will observe that the food is a side issue. What? Slave owning rapists. What is this? Is a lot of people I'm discovering. I'm gonna get off this. Golly. I don't even know half of these people that they stating. I only know Lizzo in this one, which y'all claiming. But anyway, let's go to another comment. Should I speak more about that? Okay, I'm gonna speak more about that. You know, it is stupid that race could be equated to like obesity and overweightness. That's just the dumbest logic ever. What? Oh, my bad. I paused for a second. Somebody was walking by my window. The hell? There is a movement of people who are inspired by Lizzo's confidence and how she just holds herself every day when she's out in public, like, you know, how she dresses, you know, just her overall demeanor. Like, you know, that's the thing. It really inspires a whole bunch of people who are also just so happen to be overweight. I do hate that is so much of an important factor when it comes to her, because this is a woman that legitimately can sing and play the flute and dance. Like, I discovered her playing the flute and then doing the shoot dance. Like, bro, that's how I discovered her. You know, and yet her overweightness has become so important to her overall character out in the public. It's like they damn near trying to make it only about her weight. And I'm just like, I don't really care for all that, you know? It's just, it is low-key inspiring to see somebody who is overweight like that and can still really move like that, you know? But not inspiring to a point to where, oh, let's make a whole group where they think it's amazing to be obese or overweight and stuff like that. Like, no, it's not amazing. You know, what is amazing is still to be able to go out in the public, still dress gorgeously, still hold yourself up with confidence and with, you know, good vibes, you know. But it's not like, oh, it's the best thing to be obese or overweight. I don't think that's a message anyone should be trying to spew out, and I don't think that's a message that Lizzo is trying to spew out. I hope not, you know. It's just, you know, showing the world that you're still a regular person. You still have feelings. You still, you know, you still thrive despite the fact that you may look a certain way. And that's the thing is. Ooh, okay. So this is in response to, like, this is a quote retweet of another tweet. I'm gonna read the original tweet. Obesity decreases the chances of you living past 60. So that sounds pretty serious to me. That's the original one. This is what the response was. Black men have a life expectancy of 55, and that's without obesity as a factor. That sounds pretty serious to me too. Yeah, they did more than spit, baby. Oh, they rejoice. God damn it. Like, bro, we should acquire on that one because, bro, of course, obesity is a very serious topic. That's why I'm making this video. It's a very serious topic, if I'm going to be honest with you. Shit, I made a video last time, like, you know, asking if fat equates to obese. Like, the word fat means obese and stuff like that because of how, like, I use it in that term. I'm gonna talk about that later in the video. But it's the fact is that it's not it doesn't decrease. How do I say it? Hold on. I don't think it's the number one factor in why a lot of people are dying right now. You know, if I'm gonna just be straight up honest with you. In fact, I haven't really seen too much news of an obese person dying of being obese. I think I've only seen like one person, and I don't even know if he truly died because he was obese. Like, you know, that's the thing. Like, yeah, he was obese and whatnot, but I don't think that. People are dying more of being shot, you know, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you know, they were being shot at, you know, like, you know, car wrecks, all that stuff like that, you know, of course, heart disease and stuff like that. You know, you can get heart disease and still be like an average weight. Like, are you kidding me? It literally just depends on what you consume, like what you're willing to consume in your body. But yeah, like when they said black men life expectancy of 55, yeah, due to the fact is that as of right now, 2020 through 2022, so many black men, black people, if I'm being honest with you, they're dying due to stupid fucking reasons. Actually, I'm tired of seeing in the news someone got shot by a person with no face, no name, all that stuff like that. They aren't discovered even after a few months of being shot at. You know, I'm tired of seeing that happen to somebody. And then it's all over the news that this person died due to being shot at for like a reason that's probably stupid as fuck. Like, I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing people of my own race being killed by people who are supposed to protect us and stuff like that. The fact that 2020 dedicated to moments of Black Lives Matter and the amount of policemen who made it their mission to gun down or aggressively restrain people of my same race, it's just really, it's horrible to see, you know. So yeah, obesity is very important, but I think it's more important to teach it to our youth. You know, adults should be taught this, you know, especially parents, of course. However, you know, teaching this to our youth, making it of more of an importance in school. You know, school lunches, for example. School lunches are just trash. They're completely horrible, if I'm being honest with you, especially at public schools. They do not care what they put in your body. I'm sorry. It's like the lowest quality food there is. You know, all the vegetables are canned, and even if they're canned, there's not really that much of them anyway. You know, that's the thing is more people get the school pizza and stuff like that. It'd be pepperoni or regular cheese, and it'd be greasy as hell, and it'd be old. You know, there was one time, like the last time I was there, they were serving box lunches, and there was a lot of food that was moldy. You know, and they didn't check it. So yeah, you know, teaching this for the youth is so much of an importance. That's what we should be focusing on when it comes to the topic of obesity. People need to know about right now, but you know, I come to the realization that trying to tell or advise certain adults about something, they have it in this mindset to where they're an adult, why do they need to listen to you? Like, you know, that's the thing, especially if you are younger and they know you're younger, they don't want to listen. And that's what sucks ass. Like, you know, some people just have too much pride in them. They can't listen to certain things because they don't want to be told they're wrong. And it's kind of just like, you know, so trying to teach the topic of obesity is a little bit harder, especially if they don't see a lot of deaths in the news. Now, trying to teach people that black men are dying very young, before the age of 55, when humans can live basically up to 100 if you're really healthy or lucky and stuff like that, you know, and they're dying at only a little bit over half of that age expectancy. You know, that's something to teach people more, because it's in the news more, it's in reports more, it's near you more oftenly than you think it is. I can't. But yeah, this is the third comment about Lizzo. I would skip them, but I feel like there's a lot more. I'm keeping aside because it's stupid. I can't. Lizzo's weight gets talked because she's not hiding herself in a tablecloth. Rick Ross is overweight and owns a Wingstop and flaunts it. He's not healthy, but he's not judged. Obesity comes in many different sizes. Kanye, check your BMI. Ooh, baby. So this was in response to an earlier comment. I wonder what they sent.
A trainer, a friend of mine, Harley Pasternak, when Lizzo loses 10 pounds and announces it, the bots, that's a term for people it's like telemarketer callers, like on Instagram, they attack her for losing weight because the media wants to put out a perception that being overweight is the new goal when it's actually unhealthy. Yes. Let's get aside the fact of whether...
Is he wrong? He isn't completely 100% wrong in that, now it's like, why is she getting attacked for losing weight when it's like, a good thing? To be honest with you, anything could happen for you to lose a ton of weight. If I'm gonna be honest with you, you could get sick out of nowhere and end up losing a bunch of weight, and people who seen you big all your life and think that that's your whole brand, they'll hate on you due to the fact that they think you're over here just being phony or being a clown. Lizzo, I don't think she started out her career just being overweight as fuck, okay? I didn't find her being overweight as fuck. Her first music video I found was Truth Hurts, and she did not flaunt her being obese. Like, okay, I can't. I hate that that's somehow now her brand, either because her fans made it her brand or she somehow made it her brand. I don't know, either or. That the media is purposely supporting Lizzo for being unhealthy. I don't think he's completely 100% wrong. It's not only Lizzo too, Rick Ross, I have known Rick Ross all my life to be overweight, not having a shirt on in every single one of his videos. I can't recall him having a shirt on. Only one I can recall him having a shirt on is literally Purple Lamborghini in 2016 for the movie Suicide Squad. And he had like a white suit on and white pants, and he was dripped out. I think that was the only time I've ever seen him with an actual shirt on. So, yeah, but he is overweight. People mainly congratulate him for his rap skills and just seeing the dude, and there's even memes of him, but you never really see a lot of hate for it. And Lizzo is a singer, and she comes out, of course, looking like, how she looks, and people know she's overweight. And now it's just the entire thing. If you mention Lizzo once, they'll think about how big she is. There was a moment where Aries Spears, I'm going to have to look up the video on YouTube, he quite literally turned a question about her music talents and abilities to her looking like the poop emoji. And he thought that was funny. Like, he said it, he thought, I think the one who interviewed him even laughed too. When he said that shit, I had to rewind the video and think, wait, did the interviewer ask him about her weight, or did he ask him about her talent? Like, what? I was just like, this is stupid. Now, y'all can't even say Lizzo's name without bringing up the fact that she is overweight. Like, why? Like, I don't understand. Why is that your first thought process, Like, maybe it's just, I don't know. It's just, why? But yeah, they said it right, I didn't even know Rick Ross owned a Wingstop and stuff like that and flaunted it around. I didn't even know. But, the fact that he does is worrying. Like, Wingstop, fast food place, sells, they sell some good wings. They fries. Oh my god. Oh gosh, I sound like a fat ass saying this, but like, their fries so damn good. There was one time I just ordered their fries by itself and just ate a whole bunch of it with their watery ranch. Their ranch, despite the fact that it is very liquidy, is so good with the fries. I'll eat that for dinner. I used to eat fries when I was younger for dinner. I used to peel them and fry them and season them with seasoning salt or a meat tenderizer, and then eat them with ranch, and that would be my dinner. And I mainly cooked unhealthy ass food when I was a kid. I was overweight, and that, but I feel like me doing that was more than overweight. That could have led me to obesity. It's a good thing that I had grown tired of my ways and am now doing a lot better with how I move and eat. But anyway, yeah. And then them saying Kanye to check his BMI. That's the thing. I feel like more people should check their BMI and realize that they aren't at the exact weight they're supposed to be at. Like, quote unquote, supposed to be at for like human, their age, their height, and I would say I guess their gender, yeah. Because, like, I guess women are more, like, the average woman is shorter than the average man. You know, I guess that's how it's supposed to be. I don't really know. But, yeah, or how it used to be, I guess. But, yeah, my BMI, I'm supposed to be at max 145 pounds. When I tell you, if I step on the scale right now, I'd probably be slapped for me not being that damn weight. Probably slapped by, I guess, the BMI scale itself, because I'm nowhere near that weight. I'm glad I'm nowhere near that weight. It was not a good time to be that weight at the time. 145 pounds. I got down to 139. It was a terrible experience. I don't think my body is made to be that low in weight, because I have never been that low in weight. You know, even when I was a kid, I can't say I was exactly 139 pounds like when I was a kid and stuff like that. I went to Cool Smiles when I was a child. Once I was in 4th grade, I don't know the exact age, but I was 145 pounds in 4th grade, and I'm short. Like, you know, I was really short back then too. That is horrible. That is a horrible weight to be at. In 4th grade, going to Cool Smiles and checking myself, you know, but I was that way, you know. I was very overweight for a kid. So being 139 as I got to 11th grade, you know, it was nice in that I was a smaller weight, but my body was not made to be that way. Like, you know, it wasn't ready. Like, I could tell it wasn't ready. I didn't feel good it being that way. Maybe it's because I had diverged from my original path and, like, it had gotten a little bit unhealthy in a sense to where, like, I lost my appetite of a lot of foods at one point. So when I would try to eat, I feel this overwhelming urge to just not eat after a bite. I'd have to force myself to continue. Not because I starved myself. It's just like I never did that. I still ate, of course. It's just it got harder. I think it is. It just got harder, you know? I just got more used to eating like healthier foods. Like, you know, I enjoyed eating them. They tasted good because my mama can cook. However, I just didn't feel like doing all that anymore. Plus, I hit depression during like that summer also as well. Like, you know, I'm sharing some of these things. They're not as I won't go in detail. Like, I can say like I went into depression that summer, but I'm not gonna be telling you all the details though. I'm not gonna go through that road. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting off the path of this whole thing. But it's just to relate back to like BMIs and the fact that 145 was my max of where I'm quote unquote supposed to be. Minimum was 110 for my height and my age and my gender, I guess. Do you know what 110 looks like on an individual in real life? When you're 5'4" and 17 years old? To me, it's not clicking for me. It's not the vibe. It's not hitting the dot completely. Like, it didn't hit the target. It low-key missed. Sorry, I paused for a second. I had to check and see if, like, what was in my bed. I thought I felt crumbs. There wasn't any. But anyway, yeah. But yes, just to get off this topic real quick, yes, Kanye's BMI, you know, for his height and age as a male, I forgot looking it up. It was literally 2019. I looked all this up too because I just was wondering because I didn't know about that whole thing. But yeah, for me, I'm 5'4", and at the time I was like about 17 or 16. So at max, I was supposed to be 145, and to reach 139, I knew my body was not ready, but I had basically reached my goal. I hit it a little too on the money there. So yeah, but I maintained that weight for, it's been 3 years now, actually. it's been 3 years, and I feel good to be at a weight I am now. I thought I was 160, and then I went to like the doctor and said I was 153. That worried the hell out of me. That scared the fuck out of me. I was just like, wait, what? I'm actually eating normally now. What the fuck? Wait, why am I so low? But it's the realization I just don't eat that much. Like, I no longer have like, oh, my appetite's like so bad to where I don't have that no more. Like, like I have an appetite now. Like, I be getting hungry. I'm big. Give me some food. Like, bro, like that's how I am. But it's due to the fact is that I get full quicker now. That's really just it. Like, and I need to start eating 3 meals a day. I need to do that more. I eat lunch and dinner. I don't eat breakfast. Because I don't get up in time to make myself food. But yeah. Anyway, to the next topic. Exercise can affect not the next topic, the next tweet. Oh my gosh. I can't with myself. Why baby? Why? Why A-list? Why? Exercise can affect your unborn children's genes by altering the chemistry of DNA in sperm and egg cells. What? Aerobic exercise for 3 months altered sperm DNA by silencing genes linked to the risk of autism, OCD, Alzheimer's, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and I cannot say that word. Oh, I've never seen that word before. Oh my God. What? Atherosclerosis. I overhyped that word. That would I'm patting myself on the shoulder. I said that thing with the confidant. So, but anyway, I've never seen that word before. Can affect your unborn children's gene by altering the chemistry of the egg. Like, my opinion, exercise it is really good. After you don't have to exercise every day. Especially if you are obese or like overweight and stuff like that. The most important thing about exercise is consistency, at least for me, like, and motivation. Like, both of those things, I feel like you could really do any exercise plan you really, really got if you just have the motivation and the consistency to do it, in my opinion. But one underrated ingredient to this mixture is determination. You can do this without having that ultimate determination in your system that you can achieve this. But what you cannot do is have the mindset is that, you can't psych yourself out by being like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna be able only to reach this one thing, like probably just lose like about 10 pounds because that's what I've always been losing. No, you can't have that mindset. You cannot have that mindset. Even if your goal is to lose 20 pounds rather than 10 pounds, that is much better than thinking you were going to lose the 10 pounds you usually lose. Like, don't ever stop psyching yourself out. You can do this. Like, you can do this. And it's not on some, of course you can do this type shit. It's not on some, obviously you can do this type shit. It's on some, you can do this type shit. You have to have that mindset. You can't psych yourself out. It's just unhealthy. That's an unhealthy thing too. Like, that's what I've done before. I mean, shit, it's low-key unhealthy to be psyching myself out before I even do this shit. Like, damn, I ain't even do no squats yet, and yet I'm over here thinking like, oh, I'm only gonna hit like 10 squats today, or I'm only gonna hit like 20. No, bitch, I'm gonna. If you don't hit 20, like, that's the type of shit my siblings would say, like, bro, why would you do that? Just hit like 10 more than you think you did, and then you're good. You did that. And then I'd be like, like, this is not realistic. Like, I'm not gonna do more than 10 or 20 squats, but I'm just saying as an example. If you didn't already know it. But yeah. Anyway, back to this conversation. Oh my gosh. Wait, I may actually move to another tweet. Healthy, fit people tend to produce healthy, fit people. Always nice to see when science confirms some of our innate instincts. Let me read the comments for this one. Seems quite straightforward, but the link to autism, etc., is extraordinary. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy too. I feel like when you have the nutritional knowledge, and it was instilled to you, whether you taught it to yourself or you were taught about it, all that stuff like that. I feel like when you really go by that knowledge, and then you teach it to the younger generation and you really help them with that, I feel like they can really lead their life even better. Even if they do become like overweight or at a weight they don't want to, just really instill it in their minds that they can achieve this. Don't try to like piss them off so that they can prove to you that they can lose the damn weight. I hate that shit. That is not motivation to me. I don't think that should be motivation much at all, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, yeah, of course, people can take it when people are like insulting them, all that shit like that. But it's the fact that that's people's go-to to motivate you. Why is that your go-to? I'm like, what? Like, I can't, because it's like aggressive as fuck. Like, that is the thing is, but at the same time, in some ways, it can rise determination, I guess. But yeah. Oh my gosh, did I just lose my thought process? No, I did. I don't like that. You are saying exercise is good and important. Watch out. Who knows? You might get canceled. But anyways, it offends a certain group of people. Exercising might as well be racism. This is not going to be a thing. This is the second comment I've seen where they're linking overweightness with race. What does that have to do with anything? What is wrong with this? What is wrong with people? I know this comment's not directly saying like, oh my gosh, it equates to like racism and shit, but like, why? I feel like this is a real thing people are doing now. Like, why is fatness equated to race? No, this is stupid. Stop. Please, stop in the tracks. It's sad that this generation low-key will probably cancel you for saying certain shit like that. It's stupid to be canceled for a lot of things. This is you simply stating that exercise is good for you should not be something you're canceled over. I hate that shit. Cancel people over real things. Are you kidding me? But yeah, like just like you shouldn't be canceled for saying like people shouldn't be ostracized due to the fact that they're. Wait, hold on. Had to check something real quick, but yeah, I was right. People shouldn't be ostracized just for being overweight. Like that should not be someone's immediate topic to you when you appear in their view. Like unless they're a family member, I can understand some family members like if they're bold enough, they will bring up you being overweight, especially if they've never seen you be overweight before and they're like worried. Some people's worry shows differently. Some people may come off more rude than they intend to. But if you're just a random person, your first thought is, oh my god, she's so overweight. Like oh my gosh, I'm speaking too fast. Oh my gosh, hold on. Lizzo, when I saw her, I did notice she was overweight. What I also noticed was that my sister's not showing me her because she's overweight. She's showing me Lizzo because Lizzo is playing the flute and is hitting the shoot dance better than I ever could, better than anyone in my family ever could, bro. That's what I was shown, even though my first thought process is that, yeah, she's overweight and all that stuff like that, I also noticed the fact is, too, she's overweight. Her skin is clear as hell. Like, that's a hilarious. Her skin clear? No, that was I'm dumb. Her skin clear, though. But, which is nice to see. I love it. It was shining, too. I was just like, oh, she's moisturized. But, yes, that's the thing is, I can understand people's, like, first thought process or even second thought process being that. But for it to just consume your thoughts about this person as a whole, like, every time you see them, the only thing you're going to think about is that they're overweight. That's weird. That is weird as hell. That is not... Why aren't you thinking about their personality? Like, why aren't you thinking about the traits that they have as a human being? Like, why are you just thinking about the fact that they are overweight? Like, that's weird. Like, I can't think about that like all the time. Like, what? After a while, it's like, after the first appearance of them, it's no longer like even of any slight importance. Like, But yeah, it's the fact that this generation will cancel you. This generation will cancel you over everything. Everything. Oh my gosh. Reminder that obesity is a term that should never be used, especially in medical settings. All it serves is dehumanizing and pathologizing. Oh my gosh, I said that word. Pathologizing size diversity. There will always be people of all sizes. There will always be fat people. We are not a disease to be eradicated. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't respond to this comment as quick as I did. I had to really think about what they said. And yeah, especially their comment where there will always be fat people. I had to realize that, yeah, even in like old paintings and history books, like there's been people who are like overweight, like, or obese or fat, like, even back in the day when they didn't have all the unhealthy shit the government's making, like, just manipulating chemistry shit just to make the food last longer, like, that's the thing, is there's always gonna be someone who is overweight, who is fat, who's this, that, and the third. Like, they are right though. You shouldn't be using it as like, oh, this whole person's identity is that they're fat. That is stupid. That should not be anybody's thought process. And nobody should ever make that their whole shtick, is that, oh, I'm overweight, I'm fat, I'm this, that, and third. That's stupid. That is not a personality trait. It's not. It's a physical characteristic. It's not a personality trait. Like, stop it, please. But yeah, no one should be dehumanized for being that way at all. Obesity is a disorder involving excessive body fat. I literally gave you another disorder. I see why you went into comedy, because they graded papers you got face down showing. Damn, okay. Oh, shit. So instead of admitting to being wrong, you bring up things that aren't obesity. Got it. Well, what in the world? Oh, this person arguing with somebody? Shit. Okay, y'all. This is going to be a whole thread. Wait until he finds out that you can be thin and technically obese at the same time. Whoa. To be honest, according to the BMI, we're all obese, and that's the real Gagiana. That's the real Gagiana. Ah! That's what's crazy. No, because I feel like this comment, like both of these comments are fucking correct. Like I mentioned beforehand, you could be average weight and eat like shit. Like, that's the thing. Eat horribly. Like, oh my gosh, bro. I cannot. There are some people who have their diets consist so much of meat to where they will probably get really mad when vegetables are even included in a fraction of their meal. Like, there are people who hate vegetables to a point to where they won't eat it, all because it just doesn't taste good. Like, that's the only reason, and it just makes me think, like, there's certain vegetables I personally dislike too, but if someone's making me food, right? If someone is making me food, I would hate to just deny it, like, in that, unless I see you're unclean with the shit, like, you made this food for a reason. You didn't just make it because I hate it. You made it to feed me and somebody else. Like, that's the thing, is I'm not gonna deny the whole fucking plate. I may not eat as much of the vegetables as I normally would, but shit, it's there for a reason. It's a good part of the thing. I may as well just eat it with the meat, like, to mask the flavor of it, like Brussels sprouts, and someone makes you steak with Brussels sprouts and stuff like that. Like, you may not like the taste of Brussels sprouts, just like eat 2 pieces of the steak, like 2 big bites, and then have some pieces of the Brussels sprouts. The steak will override the flavor of the Brussels sprouts. Like, bro, sorry, I went off into a rant, but they're right. I feel like they're completely and utterly correct. Just because you are thin does not mean that you are healthy. It's what you put in your body that is important as well too. Like, stop having this idea that you are any better just because you are thin. Stop having this idea that you're any better just because you're big and you accept yourself for that. Stop having this idea that you are better than people. It's stupid. You are not put on this world to be better than everybody the fuck else for like one singular thing. You're not. Stop it. Stop thinking that way. For anyone who thinks that way, stop it. Like, that's the thing. Another rant I went into. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm like this. Is obesity a disease? Yes or no? Is obesity an illness or disease? The American Medical Association, AMA, officially recognized obesity as a chronic disease back in 2013. The AMA also states that it's a disease state with multiple functional changes that require a range of treatment and prevention options. Ooh. I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know how to respond to that. It is a serious topic, though. That is the thing, is I feel like everybody should be educated on that, obesity just in general. Because you think that you can't be obese just because you've been thin all your life, and then boom, suddenly you have gained a bunch of weights, and you think you think it's sudden. It's not. It's just all your metabolism is giving up on you. It's not running like how it used to. It's tired of you. Like, your Your body is getting tired of just the amount of shit you putting into it. So you think you still gonna be thin, then you think suddenly, oh shit, I done gained about 20 damn pounds. Like, no, this not sudden, baby. It's been coming. It has been coming. You are no longer thin. This is not 20 pounds of muscle. This is 20 pounds of fat. You did this to yourself because you did not eat better. And I'm talking about for like grown people, adults who have access to the internet to look up certain things like this. I'm not talking about children, okay? Children should already be taught this in public settings and by their parents. They should already be having knowledge about this. And the sheer fact that kids don't, it makes my heart hurt. Like, everybody should know about this. Everybody should have at least a little bit of knowledge as to why we need to consume certain foods or why we need to slow down on certain foods. Like, that is the thing is. Brutal truth, the biggest threat to men as they move through adulthood isn't smoking or obesity. It's a lack of strong friendships with other high-value masculine men. Is that the truth? I want to say there's some truth. Like, not some truth. I feel like there may be a lot of truth in that. The sheer amount of men I'm seeing who are getting shot down, not by other women. It has been other men. And it weirds me out. Like, it's like, a lot of people I've seen in the news that have been killed, like, it's weird. They do just so happen to be men, but it just so happens that there are men being shot down by other men, and it's just like, seeing this, why is there so many enemies? You see more dudes having dudes as enemies rather than friends, and it's like, that's concerning. You shouldn't move through life or live through life with all these enemies. Why aren't we uniting? Why are we dividing? Like, why aren't we uniting? Like, what's going on? But anyway, that was a little bit off topic. It's just to make a point, like, obesity, you think it's going to be the biggest issue to people dying, or you think, like, all this other stuff, smoking or drinking, like, no, it's people killing people. Like, obesity kills people too, but, like, right now, it's mainly people killing people, baby. But sorry, that was a little off topic. Hey, I just wanted to open with the fact that this shit is on my feed again. I have stopped watching Ned and Alex videos, and it still come up, understandably. YouTube, why do you do this to me? I don't want to see any more. Like, please stop. But that was just a side topic. But anyway, in closing to this whole thing, to answer my question back then with is fat obese, it's because I use the term fat rather than, like, overweight to describe obesity, even though I feel like they both mean damn near the same thing when referring to obese, or I used to think that. Now I realize overweight is like, it's a step below obese, in my opinion. I am overweight. Like, I'm not at the BMI range I'm supposed to be at. I actually was 20 pounds over that. Supposed to be 145. I was 165 at one point, and I actually felt better being at that weight due to the fact that I used to be 208 pounds. So it's like, so, and the lowest I got to was 139, and the weight I feel really good at is about in the 150, 160 range. Like, I feel like I did pretty damn well, because the biggest weight I used to be at was 220. The average weight I used to be at was 208. So it's like, that's just my closing of the whole thing. I wanted to do this topic on obesity because I feel like it's such an important topic to talk about. We can't keep blaming this shit on individuals or even small groups, baby. It's all around. America itself is overweight because this agenda has been pushed that certain foods are okay to consume on a regular basis. There's so many advertisements of snacks and drinks and stuff like that. Why do you think people love soda and stuff so much? It's like addictive. It's addictive. These are foods that people really enjoy because they taste so good. But they're manipulated to where it doesn't matter how good they taste. They're unhealthy as hell. And they're the reason why we will be unhealthy as hell. That's what should be important. Nutritional knowledge should be taught so heavily in school. I hate that it's not taught as much. It should be taught throughout, like, Pace Head Start to fucking senior year of high school. Like, bro, in college too. Like, it should be taught every time you're in school. It should. It really should. But yeah, anyway, that would be all, folks. May peace be with you for an eternity.